What makes a video game truly unforgettable? Is it the adrenaline of combat, or is it the stories that stay with you long after the credits roll? These 24 story-driven games have set the gold standard for immersive storytelling, leaving players captivated and craving more. 24th, Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 brings classic Dungeons & Dragons mechanics to life in an epic RPG. Set in the vast Forgotten Realms universe, it offers a narrative-driven experience where player decisions affect the world around them. Players can create their character, choose their abilities, and navigate the complex relationships with companions, each with their backstories and motivations. The game brilliantly balances the rich lore of D&D with modern gameplay mechanics, offering a seamless blend of story, exploration, and tactical combat. At its core, Baldur's Gate 3 is a game about choice and consequence. The world reacts to the player's decisions, whether it's through dialogues, quests, or even the moral dilemmas players face. The diverse cast of characters adds layers of emotional depth, while the strategic, turn-based combat keeps the player engaged in every battle. With its open-ended gameplay and incredible replayability, Baldur's Gate 3 is a must-play for any RPG fan. 23rd, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, 2021. The Mass Effect Legendary Edition brings the iconic sci-fi trilogy into one ultimate package, remastered with modern graphics and improved gameplay. Players step into the role of Commander Shepard, a leader who must unite different alien species to combat a galaxy-threatening force known as the Reapers. The game shines with its ability to immerse players in a richly detailed universe filled with political intrigue, complex relationships, and high-stakes missions that challenge morality and leadership. The remastered edition enhances the trilogy's beloved story while updating combat mechanics, making it feel fresh for both returning fans and newcomers. The emotional depth of the characters, including romance options and loyalty quests, further enriches the narrative. With its branching storylines and decisions that impact the outcome of the galaxy, Mass Effect Legendary Edition remains a defining experience in modern video game storytelling. 22. Alan Wake 2, 2023. Alan Wake 2 takes players deeper into the mind of the tortured writer as they navigate a world where reality is constantly shifting. The game blends psychological horror with supernatural elements, creating a tense atmosphere that keeps players on edge. As Alan fights to escape the dark forces that have trapped him, players must solve complex puzzles and face nightmarish enemies in a constantly evolving narrative. The storytelling is further enriched with its cinematic presentation, making it feel like you're playing through a thriller movie. The addition of a second protagonist in Alan Wake 2 adds layers to the plot, allowing players to experience the story from multiple perspectives. The game's haunting visuals and sound design draw you into its terrifying world, while the deep, multi-layered narrative keeps you questioning what's real. 21st, Detroit Become Human. Set in a near-future world where androids are a common part of everyday life, Detroit Become Human explores the complexities of artificial intelligence and human emotions. Players control 3 androids, each with their own unique story, as they grapple with the question of sentience and what it means to be human. The game places heavy emphasis on player choice, with every decision influencing the narrative and characters' fates in profound ways. The beautifully crafted world and branching storylines make for an unforgettable experience. The game's moral dilemmas are its heart, forcing players to confront questions of ethics, empathy, and revolution. The stunning visuals and motion capture technology make the characters feel incredibly lifelike, heightening the emotional weight of the story. With multiple endings and countless choices, Detroit Become Human is an interactive storytelling masterpiece that challenges players to reflect on the nature of humanity. 20. Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. In a world where robotic creatures roam the land, Horizon Zero Dawn presents the journey of Aloy, a skilled hunter with a mysterious past. The remastered version of this open-world action RPG enhances the original's stunning visuals while maintaining its gripping narrative. Players guide Aloy through lush forests, frozen tundras, and ruined cities, uncovering the truth about her origins and the fall of civilization. The game's unique mix of futuristic technology and prehistoric elements creates an immersive, one-of-a-kind world to explore. With its rich lore and compelling characters, Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered offers a deep story that's enhanced by its strategic combat mechanics. Aloy's journey is not just one of survival, but of self-discovery, as she confronts the dangers of both the natural world and the secrets hidden in the past. 19. The Last of Us, Part 1 Remastered. Joel and Ellie's emotional journey in The Last of Us has become one of the most iconic narratives in gaming history, and the remastered version brings this masterpiece to life with even more detail. Set in a post-apocalyptic world, the game tells a heart-wrenching story of survival, love, and loss. Players experience the bond between Joel and Ellie as they navigate through dangerous environments, fighting both human and infected enemies. The remaster enhances the visuals, making the world even more immersive, while maintaining the same gripping narrative and character development that made the original so memorable. The storytelling in The Last of Us is incredibly nuanced, and the remastered edition gives players an even richer experience with improved animations and expanded audio. The game's mix of intense action and emotional moments creates a powerful connection between the player and the characters. Every encounter feels meaningful, and the tough decisions players must make throughout the game will stay with them long after the credits roll. 18. Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 continues the thrilling adventures of Peter Parker and Miles Morales, offering players the chance to experience both characters in a sprawling open world. The game introduces new mechanics, such as the ability to switch between the two heroes mid-play, each with their unique powers and skills. As they battle new threats, including a menacing villain, players are immersed in a vibrant New York City, brought to life with stunning visuals and fluid animation. Beyond the action, the heart of Spider-Man 2 lies in the deep character development and emotional storytelling. The game expertly balances high-octane battles with personal stories of friendship, family, and responsibility. With its innovative gameplay, compelling storylines, and a world brimming with life, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is the definitive Spider-Man experience in the gaming world. 17. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection. The Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection brings together two of Nathan Drake's most epic adventures in one polished package. Players can experience the thrills of treasure hunting, daring escapes, and ancient mysteries while exploring lush environments and unraveling rich stories. The remastered edition enhances the visuals and gameplay, making it the definitive way to experience these beloved games. Whether scaling cliffs, solving puzzles, or uncovering hidden secrets, the action-packed adventures never cease to entertain. Alongside Nathan Drake's iconic adventures, players also get to follow Chloe Fraser in Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, offering a fresh perspective and new characters. The collection's seamless storytelling and cinematic moments make each game feel like an action-packed blockbuster film. With thrilling combat, deep character arcs, and visually stunning locations, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves is a must-play for fans of action-adventure games. 16th Days Gone. Set in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by zombie-like creatures, Days Gone follows the story of Deacon St. John, a drifter and bounty hunter, as he struggles to survive in the aftermath of the chaos. With a rich narrative about loss, loyalty, and survival, the game combines open-world exploration with intense combat. As Deacon navigates through forests, abandoned towns, and ruined landscapes, he uncovers a web of conspiracy and faces personal demons along the way. The emotional heart of Days Gone lies in its exploration of Deacon's relationships, particularly with his wife, Sarah, whose fate drives much of his actions. The game's dynamic weather, day-night cycles, and unpredictable enemies create a tense, immersive experience that constantly keeps players on edge. 15th God of War Ragnarök. God of War Ragnarök continues the story of Kratos and his son Atreus in a Norse mythology-inspired world on the brink of destruction. This action-packed sequel expands on the emotional depth of the father-son relationship as they navigate the world's impending end during the events of Ragnarök. The game introduces a new array of gods, creatures, and realms to explore, providing a rich, diverse landscape that feels alive with mythology. The narrative is a seamless blend of intense action, puzzle-solving, and character-driven moments that keep players invested in Kratos' journey. Combat in Ragnarök has been fine-tuned with new abilities, weapons, and strategies that allow Kratos to face even more powerful foes. The game also expands on the themes of fate, free will, and redemption, as Kratos and Atreus grapple with their destinies. The stunning visuals, coupled with an emotionally charged story, make God of War Ragnarök a standout in the action-adventure genre, and a fitting conclusion to Kratos' Norse saga. 14. Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2. Hellblade 2. Senua's Saga builds upon its predecessor's powerful themes of mental illness and personal sacrifice. The game follows Senua, a Celtic warrior, as she continues her journey through a world influenced by Norse mythology, haunted by her past and visions of a decaying world. The game is renowned for its portrayal of psychosis, drawing players into Senua's fragmented and often surreal perception of reality. The breathtaking visuals and intense atmosphere make every step of her journey feel like an emotional and immersive experience. The game's combat system has evolved from the first Hellblade, with more fluid and engaging action sequences that reflect Senua's struggle with her inner demons. The stunning use of motion capture technology and binaural audio, which immerses players in Senua's mind, makes it a truly unique experience. 13. Persona 5 Royal. Persona 5 Royal is a critically acclaimed RPG that blends traditional turn-based combat with a deep emotional story. Players take on the role of the protagonist, a high school student who, after being wrongfully accused of a crime, enters a world where he can change the hearts of corrupt individuals. The game is packed with rich, colorful characters, each with their backstory, and the narrative is divided into a school year, making each day and decision feel meaningful. The striking art style, combined with a killer soundtrack, makes every aspect of Persona 5 Royal unforgettable. The game's unique palace dungeons and social link mechanics provide a balance of intense battles and relationship-building activities. As the protagonist grows closer to his friends and allies, the player gains new abilities and opportunities. The deep moral choices and thought-provoking themes about justice and personal growth make Persona 5 Royal an incredibly rewarding experience, and a must-play for RPG fans. 12. Sekiro. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice presents a brutal and unforgiving world set in Sengoku-era Japan, where players take on the role of a shinobi named Wolf. With a focus on precise combat, timing, and parrying, the game challenges players to learn from their mistakes as they battle a wide variety of samurai, mythical creatures, and formidable bosses. The game's innovative posture system adds a fresh layer of depth to combat, requiring players to break their enemies' defenses before landing lethal blows. The ability to stealthily approach certain situations or engage in head-on combat gives players flexibility in how they approach challenges. The meticulously crafted world and memorable boss encounters make Sekiro a thrilling and rewarding experience, where every victory feels earned. 11th. A Plague Tale. Innocence. Set during the Black Death in medieval France. A Plague Tale. Innocence follows the journey of siblings Amisha and Hugo as they navigate a world filled with dangers. The game's narrative is driven by their relationship as they try to survive the horrors of war and a supernatural plague that's consumed the land. The game's unique blend of stealth mechanics, puzzle solving, and emotional storytelling create a hauntingly beautiful experience, as players are forced to move carefully through the world, avoiding swarms of rats and hostile soldiers. The story delves deeply into themes of family, loss, and survival. As Amisha protects Hugo, players are immersed in an emotional roller coaster that keeps them invested in their journey. The beautiful yet terrifying visuals of a plague-ridden world and the strong performances from the voice cast make A Plague Tale. Innocence, a captivating tale that lingers long after the final credits. 10. Until Dawn. Until Dawn is a narrative-driven horror game that allows players to control a group of 8 young adults who have returned to a secluded mountain lodge 1 year after the tragic disappearance of 2 of their friends. As the night unfolds, players must make crucial decisions that will determine who survives the horrors lurking in the woods. The game's branching storylines, where every decision can result in life or death, make it incredibly replayable and full of tension. The game's use of butterfly effect mechanics, where seemingly small choices can have massive consequences, adds an element of unpredictability. With stunning visuals, immersive atmosphere, and a gripping narrative full of twists and turns, Until Dawn is a masterclass in horror storytelling. It keeps players on the edge of their seat, wondering how their decisions will unfold, making it a perfect choice for horror fans. 9. Life is Strange Remastered. Life is Strange Remastered brings the emotional, narrative-driven experience of the original game to a new generation with updated visuals and improved mechanics. The game follows Max Caulfield, a teenager who discovers she can rewind time, which she uses to navigate through the trials and tribulations of high school and uncover dark secrets. The game's emotionally charged story about friendship, love, and loss is complemented by a unique episodic structure that allows players to experience the narrative at their own pace. The remaster improves the character models, animations, and voice acting, further enhancing the already powerful emotional moments. The game's focus on choice and consequence allows players to shape the story in significant ways, making each playthrough feel personal. Life is Strange. Remastered remains a compelling journey that explores the impact of our decisions on the world around us and on our own lives. 8. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Final Fantasy VII's Rebirth continues the reimagined version of one of the most beloved RPGs of all time. Building upon the success of Final Fantasy VII Remake, this sequel expands on the original game's story, offering new twists, characters, and locations. The action-based combat system has been further refined, giving players a more fluid and dynamic experience while retaining the depth and strategy that made the original game so special. The game's world, from Midgar to new expansive regions, is brought to life with stunning visuals and detailed environments. The character-driven narrative focuses on Cloud Strife and his allies as they continue their fight against the mega-corporation Shinra and the mysterious villain Sephiroth. With updated mechanics and expanded lore, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is a must-play for both longtime fans and newcomers to the series. The combination of nostalgic elements and fresh content makes this installment a perfect blend of old and new. 7. Batman: Arkham Knight. Batman: Arkham Knight is the epic conclusion to the Arkham series, and it delivers an exhilarating blend of stealth, combat, and narrative. The game allows players to experience the world of Gotham as Batman, taking on the infamous Arkham Knight and his army in an open-world environment. The Batmobile is introduced as a key gameplay mechanic, offering a fresh dynamic to both exploration and combat. The stunning visuals and dark atmosphere make Gotham feel alive and full of danger, while the detailed character models and voice acting make every interaction feel impactful. The narrative takes players on a gripping journey, exploring Batman's psyche and his relationships with iconic characters like Robin, Catwoman, and the Joker. The game's combination of action-packed sequences, challenging combat, and emotional storytelling ensures that Arkham Knight is a fitting end to the Arkham trilogy. Its open-world design encourages exploration, while its fast-paced combat keeps players engaged, making it a standout in the superhero genre. 6. Resident Evil 4, 2023. The 2023 remake of Resident Evil 4 reimagines the classic survival horror game with modern visuals and refined gameplay. Set in rural Spain, players control Leon S. Kennedy as he attempts to rescue the president's daughter from a mysterious cult. The game retains the intense action, strategic combat, and tense atmosphere of the original while introducing new mechanics and improvements to make it more accessible and engaging for contemporary audiences. The over-the-shoulder camera and smoother controls allow for a more immersive experience as players battle grotesque creatures and navigate the horrifying world. The remake also enhances the story and characters, diving deeper into Leon's past and his relationships with others. The added layers of narrative complexity, combined with the refined combat and exploration mechanics, make Resident Evil 4, 2023 a must-play for both fans of the original and newcomers to the series. It perfectly balances horror, action, and suspense, creating an unforgettable experience that stands as one of the best survival horror games in recent memory. 5. Yakuza 0. Yakuza 0 is a prequel to the iconic Yakuza series, set in the vibrant and dangerous streets of 1980s Japan. Players take on the roles of Kazuma Kiryu and Goro Majima, two characters with deep ties to the criminal underworld. The game's narrative blends intense action, emotional drama, and comedic moments as the two protagonists find themselves caught up in the power struggles and betrayals of the Yakuza. The game's open-world environment is filled with side missions, mini-games, and a plethora of activities that allow players to immerse themselves in the culture of the time. The gameplay combines fast-paced, brutal combat with a rich, narrative-driven experience. Yakuza 0 introduces the series' signature fighting mechanics, where players can switch between different fighting styles depending on the situation. The game's rich character development and emotional storylines make it a standout in the action-adventure genre. 4. Elden Ring. From the creators of Dark Souls comes Elden Ring, a sprawling open-world action RPG that has captivated players with its intricate world-building, tough combat, and deep lore. Set in the mysterious lands between, players take on the role of the Tarnished, an individual on a quest to restore the Elden Ring and claim the throne. The game offers a vast, interconnected world to explore, filled with towering castles, haunting landscapes, and formidable enemies. The freedom to explore the world at your own pace, combined with the game's challenging difficulty, ensures that no two playthroughs are alike. Elden Ring blends the best elements of Dark Souls with new features, such as horseback combat and a more open-ended narrative. The game's lore, crafted with the help of George R.R. Martin, weaves a rich and complex story that rewards players for delving deeper into its world. The combat is precise and punishing, with a focus on timing and strategy, while the boss battles are some of the most memorable in recent gaming history. 3. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Set in feudal Japan during the Mongol invasion, Ghost of Tsushima puts players in the role of Jin Sakai, a samurai who must adapt to new ways of fighting to protect his homeland. The director's cut enhances the original game with improved visuals, expanded content, and a new island to explore in the Iki Island expansion. The game's stunning open world, beautiful landscapes, and atmospheric environments make it a visual masterpiece. The combat is a blend of samurai swordplay and stealth tactics, offering a variety of ways to approach battles. The narrative focuses on Jin's internal conflict as he struggles with his duty as a samurai and the need to embrace new tactics to win the war. Ghost of Tsushima explores themes of honor, sacrifice, and identity, creating an emotional and engaging story. The director's cut further enriches the experience by adding new storylines, characters, and side missions. 2. Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2 is an expansive open-world western that immerses players in the life of Arthur Morgan, a member of the Van der Linde gang, as they navigate the decline of the Wild West. Set in a meticulously crafted world, the game is filled with rich landscapes, dynamic weather, and realistic NPC interactions that make every moment feel alive. The attention to detail is unparalleled, from the way animals behave to the way the gang members interact with one another. The story is an emotional journey of loyalty, survival, and betrayal, with Arthur's internal struggle serving as the game's emotional core. The game's gameplay offers a variety of activities, from hunting and fishing to engaging in gunfights and heists. The vast world is filled with side missions, encounters, and random events that keep players engaged long after the main story ends. Red Dead Redemption 2 is not only a technical achievement, but also a profound exploration of the human condition, with its themes of family, redemption, and the changing world. Its deeply immersive world and captivating narrative make it one of the best games of the modern era. 1. Witcher 3. The Witcher 3. Wild Hunt is a landmark RPG that blends a vast open world with deep storytelling and character development. Players take on the role of Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter searching for his adopted daughter while navigating political intrigue, war, and the supernatural. The game's world is filled with detailed environments, from war-torn landscapes to peaceful villages, each with its own story to tell. The main quest and numerous side quests are all intricately designed, offering a blend of action, puzzles, and moral choices that impact the world and its characters. The game's combat is a dynamic mix of swordplay and magic, with players able to upgrade Geralt's abilities and weapons to suit their playstyle. The relationships Geralt forms with other characters are integral to the story, as his interactions with allies and enemies shape the world around him. The game also boasts a rich narrative full of twists and turns, with well-written dialogue and morally complex choices. The Witcher 3 is a must-play for any RPG fan, with its captivating world, engaging combat, and unforgettable story. Which of these story games is your all-time favorite? Or did we miss one you think deserves a spot? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more gaming content, and ring the bell so you never miss an upload.